The following opinions are solely those of BoatTEST.com and its test captain.
Hi, Captain Steve for BoatTEST.com, and today we're at the Schaefer Yachts factory in Florianopolis, Brazil to see how these yachts are made. We found these yachts to have a solid feel when underway, but they're not heavier. Turns out there's a combination of techniques, some of them unique, that bring all this together. Let's take a look. Schaefer Yachts mastered the technique of infusion back in 2006. Since then, they've applied this technique on all structural parts. To ensure perfect results, a strict procedural process must be followed. First, the molds have to be meticulously cleaned and waxed. Gel coat is then sprayed into the mold. Once the gel coat is cured, the part is moved into the infusion department. The first layer is handmade and another layer is put in before the resident infusion. This ensures that the infused layer doesn't show through the final product and the density of foam varies according to the component being infused. This adds strength while keeping weight to a minimum. Then comes the combination of top layers. These are hand laid, and when they're being prepared, Schaefer uses not just one but 4 separate layers of fiberglass laid in differing directions. The vacuum bags are applied and all hoses are connected. The proper amount of resin is mixed, activated, and infused. After the part is cured, the bags are removed. Then a grid stringer made from another part of the factory is inserted and bonded, and then a liner is lowered in and bonded to both the hull and stringer system, making one single composite unit. The hull and deck joints are glued and screwed together, and then it's transported to the finish room. And it's here that all the final components are placed into the boats. And notice the identifier numbers. They're all unique to the boat. They're all placed on a board with specific build requirements for each of the boats, and nothing is left to chance. Larger boats are being designed with the intention of using modules to lay out the boat specifically to a client's desires. Here's a new 77. Notice it's literally an empty canvas waiting to be populated with the client's desires, and having drop-down balconies on each side of the main deck. One was even designed with an elevator for a physically challenged customer. So while each boat's a one-off, it doesn't mean they have to be built one at a time. Fuel tanks are rigged here, stainless steel, fiberglass, or poly depending on what type of fuel and where the boat is shipped to. The team at Schaefer Yachts is adept at building quality yachts that are not only strong, they're excellent seakeeping yachts, as our tests have shown. We've now seen that they have some out-of-the-box thinking that makes this among the most efficient operations we've seen. This combination of quality and efficiency allows for the factory to not only meet but exceed the scheduled demands of a massive order for boats. So much so that it's a full 9 months ahead of schedule on the first of many of its new 77 models, a fact that has customers more than thrilled with the product. And it's impressed upon us the fact that its methods work and work quite well. And that's my look at the build process going on at Schaefer Yachts. For BoatTEST.com, I'm Captain Steve. We'll see you on the water.